You know about any Japanese metal bands?
Just BABYMETAL. I love them. I love that like fast contrast between heavy music and then their singers' high-pitched voices. But I'm like, it's one of the... This is a great way to start the interview. I'm with my... I'm with Jake the Viking trying to do a scream. Jake the Viking. I really need to go back and watch the TikTok so I know what to do after that. It's bad. It's like, hey, anyways. Hey, man. Thanks for doing this one. Thanks for appreciate it. Yeah, of course. It was crazy just running there. I'm like, I was like, double take the entire time. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if that's Jake or not, but I think it's him.
It's cool to see all the people you're going to run into at these concerts that aren't like people you expect.
Yeah.
Like you expect to see band members, you expect to see people who are part of the production. It's cooler when you start seeing like celebrities, content creators, and stuff like that running around. I think that's like one of my favorite parts about it.
Yeah, and the insane thing is like I know you from MrBeast, obviously, and then of course your famous video on your channel about you leaving, and I'm like, unfortunately, I'm like, I felt bad. I was like, well, let me see what else he's doing. And I found out you're a badass fucking drummer.
Okay, I won't go that far, but I appreciate it.
He's good, all right. You can hold your own. Go to the gym a lot.
Yeah.
You do like all the things I do. I'm like, oh my God, I got to talk to this guy.
Well,
we have similar things that we're into. So gotta talk. So tell the people the story about the drums if they don't know it yet already.
Drums, yeah. Okay, we were talking about earlier. I started back in middle school. Parents wanted me like a cute little kit. I'll call it cute because it was like basic bass drum, 2 rack, 1 floor.
Yeah.
Fucking hate those. Can I cuss on this?
Thank you.
Back to that.
We're back. Back to Scream tryout part 2. It's a TikTok, you said, right?
We failed the first one. It's a TikTok. I gotta go back and find that damn TikTok. I think I liked it.
This is fitting. My audience knows me for having the worst technical difficulty, so they're gonna be laughing their ass off doing that.
His stuff died.
The audio died. I'm an audio engineer, and I always have audio issues.
Wait for us to die now. It's gonna die. The batteries and shit. It's over anyway. If we're talking about drums, it made it that far.
Okay, so you played on
Little Baby Kit.
Little Baby Kit.
It was a CW drum kit.
Was it from like Walmart, Toys R Us?
No, it was from our local music store, but it was like super cheap kit. Super cheap. Like one of the kits your parents are like, we'll buy this because we know you're probably not actually going to do anything with it. So it's like $200 for this bullshit kit. But then I started diving heavy into it because that's when I got into like the Slipknot scene. Like I was telling you, so my big influence was Joey Jordison, and I was like, I want my kid to look just like Joey's. So I got the Pearl Export EX kit, double bass. The kit I got started with only 3 rack and then 2 floor. It was a 10, 12, 13, 14, 16. And then I was like, screw that. I want to look like Joey. So I went 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18. And then I took the other 14 head on my left. And it was kind of like a little table because I never used it.
See, for me, I loved his snare sound. So I got something closer. It's the Mapex Black Panther snare.
I got his signature snare.
You got the signature one?
I went all out. So I had his signature snare. I had everything.
Yeah, everything.
My uncle owned a sign shop. So he made me their logo.
Yeah.
With the 3 triangles in it.
Oh, sick.
Didn't know how to fucking play it at all. But anyway.
That's how you motivate yourself,
exactly.
Right?
Motivate.
Yeah. I remember dropping like $3,000 on the kit, and I was just like, oh my God. And I couldn't even do like a 1. I remember watching the videos going like 1 and 2 and 3.
Maybe we're here. I don't know. That's funny. So that was me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I played music in middle school, so I could read music, but I was a trumpet tuba guy. Yeah. And then I did that into high school. And then high school is when I like really got into the kids. I was able to teach myself a couple songs like Falling Down by Atreyu. I had figured out. I had learned Avenged Sevenfold, Shepherd of Fire because I was playing zombies. That's when the Origins came out. So I taught myself that.
Yeah.
Then a couple of the songs here and there like Creed, Evanescence, some of those songs coming out. And then I went down to LSU to play football, sold the kit like I was telling you because it was just taking up space. And I was like, there's no point.
You sold that Slipknot kit?
I sold the Slipknot kit for only $2,500.
How much did you actually pay for it?
I think just the cymbals were more than $2,500 because the cymbals at that time were all Zildjian, and they were Zildjian A customs and K customs.
Fuck, the K customs are badass.
So
too.
It was a very expensive kit. It was, I think I had a 14, 16, 17, 18-inch crashes, 20-inch ride, and I think I had a 16 and 18-inch China and a 10-inch splash. And they were all Zildjian A custom.
So whoever bought from you got a fucking deal.
They got a life deal, dude. I mean, I don't think they make Pearl Export anymore. Or
Yes. No, I don't think they do.
So I mean, they've got a discontinued kit, but like that kit was badass. And then flash forward to when I get like June of this year.
Yeah.
Through my friend Eric Marotti, drummer of Suffocation. If you haven't heard of them, go check them out. Death metal band, they're awesome.
Hell yeah.
He got me hooked up with D Drums, who sent me. They have a discontinued kit. It was their Spade series.
Yeah.
And the only reason they discontinued it was like some of the finishes came in warped.
Okay.
You have like 3 of those come in warped. You have to carry like because of like what is it? Production quality. You want to make sure everybody's getting good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they sent me a kit of that. So they got another double bass, but now it's only 2 rack, 2 floor, but it's 10, 12, 16, 18, and then I do have a 14 on my left again. That's just a 10. And I got high C cymbals.
So you're here at Aftershock.
Yeah.
Why are you here at Aftershock? That's why I was shocked when I ran into you. I'm like,
you were shocked at Aftershock?
Yeah.
So anyway, no, I'm big into. I love music. Just this year, I started going back to festivals. So my first one was Rockville, because I had done that boxing match, which paid decent money. And I was like, well, I want to do something because I've been through a lot in life. Yeah. So I was looking just for a getaway. And so me and my buddy went down to Rockville. It was super dope. When we were there, we met Danny Wimmer. And then after that, we're like, well, let's go to Sonic Temple. Almost the same lineup. And we're like, screw it, let's do it anyway because it was fun weekend. Went to Sonic Temple, ran to Danny Wimmer again, Jose, all those guys. After that, I was like, I'm not, this is me being egotistical, sorry. But so speaking, I was like, go ahead, go. The next festival I go to, I'm not paying for. I was like, I'm not. I was like, I'm putting this into motion. I'm making this reality. The next festival I go to, I am not paying. So through that, I was able to get a connection at DWP. And I talked to Danny Wimmer and Jose, and they actually invited me out to Incarceration to create content around the rock metal scene because there's not enough people with big followings pushing rock.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I love this because I love this kind of music. I've listened to it my whole life. So perfect. So went to Inc., did that, had a great time. Through them, met up with Beatbox because they make a drink. So if you're over the age of 21,
I saw that picture of you holding up the Beatbox.
They're pretty good. Yeah, apparently it's technically a wine. Apparently, but I don't. It's good. If you're ready to drink and you're ready to check it out. Yeah. So all these shout outs. And they were like, hey, we love you featuring us in your video. If there's any other festivals you want to go to, let us know. And so they sent me a list of all their festivals. I was like,
see, you manifested it, and just came into life.
It's crazy how that works. Right. I wanted to go to Louder Than Life, but they didn't have anything, any tickets left for that. Yeah. And so the next one list was Aftershock, and I was like, let's go to Aftershock.
Hell yeah!
So here I am. I've been to Sacramento. It's my second time here in the city. Yeah. Last time I was here was for the World's Strongest Man competition last year.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and that was cool to watch.
You were there to watch, or okay.
So I was like, God damn, were you trying to?
No, World's Strongest Man?
No, those dudes made me look tired. Okay, so I'm with a company called the Beer Struggle Beer Products.
Yeah.
And they were sponsoring World's Strongest Man. They got a couple guys with beers that they sponsor World's Strongest Man. And so we're just hanging out with everybody and just meeting some of these behemoths. Yeah. And like they were doing like my max squat as warm up for overhead press. And I was like, okay. Okay.
Hey, I was going to say, you just mentioned about like bringing recognition to these rock bands, right?
Yeah.
Or like, because there's not a lot of big followers doing it. And I completely agree. Also, there's these amazing Japanese metal and rock bands that I'm a huge fan of, like Bandmate, BABYMETAL. Yep. Yeah, as you see here.
Love BABYMETAL.
Sim, you do. Okay. And I feel the same way about that genre also because I love metal and rock. So I'm a huge Avenged Sevenfold fan. Right, yeah. I do the production breakdowns of that. But yeah, I was going to ask you, do you know about any Japanese metal bands?
Just BABYMETAL.
Just BABYMETAL.
And I'm trying to remember how I got put on BABYMETAL. I love them. I love that, like, the fast contrast between heavy music and then their singers' high-pitched voices. Yeah. But I'm like, it's one of the coolest things ever because I love karate. Yeah.
Dude, when I heard that song, I was like, oh, this goes so hard.
It instantly takes me to like an anime. I'm like, this could be the intro or outro for an anime. Oh, this is amazing. I love Papa Ya, even though we don't say Papa John's. Because it sounds the same, Papa John's. And then was it chocolate? And there's another one, but it's like I love it. Yeah. Because again, that vast contrast is like it's so cool.
You ever hear the song Headbanger? You should go check it out because it sounds like they're saying hit the bong, and I just want you to check it out. It's so fucking, I swear to God, their producer, Koba, I think he did it on purpose, but go listen to it.
Sounds like Papa John. It's like Papa John's. Papa John's.
It's like, hit the bong, but it sounds like they're saying, hit the bong. You got
I'm gonna check it out. Okay, head back.
and
And then they also did the song with Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, oh, that's one of my favorites. Kingslayer.
And that was cool to hear her singing in English.
Yeah.
Because until then, I don't think I'd heard her like speak English. I don't know if she could or not. Yeah. So that's super dope.
Their new album, she does a lot more in English too.
Really? Okay.
On this one.
I'm gonna check it out, man. It was cool seeing them. When I found out they were playing here, I was amped.
Yeah.
And I was like, made sure I was like, I have to see them. And they were like, they were during the time of someone else that I was wanting to see, and I'm trying to remember who it was, but I left their set like after a song. I was like, all right, later, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Catch Your Breath.
Yeah.
Played at the same time as Catch Your Breath, and I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna be here for like 2 songs, and then
okay.
You know, I'm super busy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
3 Japanese girls running around. It's great. I'm going over there. I'll see you later.
So you being at Aftershock, what have you been tackling while you've been here?
Just content creation. Trying to make cool videos for my YouTube channel, but then also get some really cool pictures for bands. Because I do know a bunch of the guys in the bands, like Attila, Gideon, Catch Your Breath, Fame on Fire, I Prevail. I do enjoy like the photography, videography side of things.
Hell yeah.
And so it's cool to like create stuff that you can tell that they really like.
Yeah.
And it's been fun just running around doing that.
Hell yeah, dude. I gotta ask you, because you go to the gym, you work out. I do also, not as big as you. I look like I don't even fucking do anything, but well, how do you keep a balance like while being on the road and trying to hit the gym or like stay in shape?
I don't.
You don't? hey, honesty is key, man.
It's so terrible because it's one thing I wish I was better at.
He's like, genetics, bro. I got genetics.
Dude, it's not even that. Like you saw the family, the genetics.
All right.
I'm like a foot taller than both my parents. Like I'm the black swan, black duck, whatever you want to call.
50 generations.
Exactly.
From your Viking ancestors.
Exactly.
And then
but like when I'm at home, I try to go to the gym. Like if I'm at home, I try to go work out. And I do full body workouts, so I still do like my football workouts, so power cleans, split jerks, front squats, that kind of stuff. But when I'm on the road, the biggest thing I do is I just try to be mindful of what I'm eating and be smart. Like, make sure I'm hitting my calorie count. Like I don't worry about like the the macros.
Yeah.
And like I don't care. Like I'm out here running around sweating. You know how it is. It's been hot.
Yeah.
I've been my dick off. It's like I want to make sure like I'm getting calories in.
Yeah.
Which is fun because now that just opens the book up for me for whatever I want to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, all right, I want to make sure I'm getting these calories, and then when I go back to where, you know, like, was it Tuesday? I'll be at home sitting at my computer, obviously.
And then you're not
can't eat everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, then we tone it back, make sure our calorie count comes back down.
That's smart.
Because right now it's like super high. Like I'm eating like so much candy, protein shakes. I mean, I normally don't eat bread, but I'm eating bread here. I just had 3 tacos. I've had pizza.
I had a whole box of protein bars while I was here. I've never done that before. I was just so fucking hungry.
Because they're just constantly moving.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, so it's just, that's how I do it. I'm just mindful of like what I'm doing. Make sure I haven't been drinking enough, which you know instantly when you stop sweating, it's bad.
It's bad, yeah.
A lot of people are like, oh, I'm not sweating anymore. That's bad. If it's hot outside and you're not sweating, problem.
Concern.
Drink water because that means your body has run out of water. It's like,
I knew I was good after the BABYMETAL mosh pit because my shirt was soaked.
All my clothes are drenched. Like my suitcase has gone away an extra like 10 pounds because of sweat in it. Sounds disgusting, but it's true.
So I saw that you checked out Sleep Token. I'm fucking jealous. I didn't get a chance to check them out because I was doing an interview, and I really I honestly thought. I thought. How is Sleep Token, man?
So Sleep Token, I had seen like mixed reviews going into it because like some people are like the music's really good, but their performances live aren't because of how like the music is.
Wow, I've heard the opposite. Like they're better live.
Well, okay, not like that, but it's like they're such like a theatrical performance.
Okay.
It's not like I'm a big Slipknot guy.
Yeah,
you see the energy of Slipknot. Like you want to see them live.
Yeah,
like crowds fucking moshing, everyone's jumping. And cool. Well, I heard her with like Sleep Token. It's kind of mellowed out because that's their kind of music.
Well, they have the Gathering.
Yeah. They have like heavy music, but then you also have like, was it Take Me to Eden, Take Me Back to Eden?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you was it
I love making music.
the summoning, are they summoning like, yeah,
the summoning is
like
great.
band music, legit like rock band making music. Been there, done that. It's great. But it's like, so it was, I was very excited to see it, but dude, seeing it firsthand, I was one of those people where I'm on the fence where I loved it.
Yeah.
Everything about it. The lighting was amazing. The sound was incredible. They sounded great live. They are one of the better bands live.
Yeah.
Because a lot of bands get up there and they sound like shit live, to be honest.
Yeah.
They were super good. And everything was cool. I mean, and the crowd seemed to be into it, but there was a lot of like standing around. It's not typical.
Really?
Rock. Yeah. They're not. They have some like parts where it's like you fucking broke down.
Yeah.
But if you know Sleep Talk,
that's true. That's true.
Those moments don't last very long.
Yep.
And so it's like you'll get some like throwing down for like 10 seconds. Then it's like back to just listening to the vocalist sing.
Yeah. You know, were people dancing and stuff, or
no? Everybody was just vibing. I think everybody was just so like immersed in the show and the music
I feel like you have to be doing shrooms that are like be stuff.
I've seen plenty of people here probably on shrooms, and I will never understand if I'm talking to you. I will never understand people that spend $400, $500, $600 to come to festivals and take naps.
Right? How many people you see taking naps?
A lot.
You're right, though. I've seen people laying out. I've almost stepped on 3 people's heads already.
I'm not talking about people who like passed out, right? I'm not talking about people who got too drunk or like got too high.
They're sleeping.
Literally, they brought blankets and pillows, laying out on the grass field, just gone.
Yeah, a couch. I saw a fucking couch.
Fam, you spent like $1,000 to be here to take a nap. Stay home. Save the $1,000. Stay in your AC. You want to be outside? Go in your front yard.
And then they bring their little wet fans and stuff, and they're like,
what are you doing? Like, but listen to music. Cool. Put that shit on your fucking TV.
Honestly, my favorite part is when everybody's in front of that big screen out there. Have you seen that yet? That's where a lot of them are asleep.
Right.
I'm like, you can watch TV at home.
Yeah.
You can watch it.
The kids, I couldn't do it. I'm just like, dude.
You know what? Respect to them. At least they're getting outside. I mean,
they're doing it the wrong way. Look, it's all about the experience. What experience? You're asleep. You're not here. If you're on shrooms or whatever experience, you're not here. So what's the point of you actually being here?
Yeah, it's like you could do that in your bedroom.
You do it at home, where it's cheaper, safer, cleaner.
Yeah. You could buy more shrooms.
Yeah. Speaking of which, there's a dude selling shrooms under the overpass on the way.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, this can't be legal, but here it is. All right.
Oh man, there's a lot of people selling stuff like bootleg and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And my sister, she's here with me also.
She's selling bootleg because
she's like, is that a segue? I need to get cash because I'm gonna go buy the bootleg. I'm like, why not buy the actual thing? She's like, well, I can get 2 shirts instead of just one.
I mean,
no, you're not wrong, friends.
I spent $80 on a hoodie.
I'm trying to tell her not to.
Dude, it's a badass hoodie though. It's been sold out every single day.
Yeah.
Last night at like 11:30, I randomly.
Which hoodie? The Aftershock one?
The Aftershock,
okay.
The one that's like the acid black wash.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That is badass.
Last night at 11:30, and they had restocked, and I said mine. So and I picked up today. First thing I did when I got here, it's in my vlog. Go see it first.
Yeah.
It straight to the first day to pick it up.
Fuck yeah.
So I got it. Success.
You had a TikTok. I didn't dig too deep into that, but
good.
I saw a couple. Oh, fine. What's your most embarrassing TikTok?
I did the WAP.
I gotta see that.
It got over 1 million views.
I gotta fucking see that.
It's got over 1 million views. I did the WAP.
Anyway, could you show us how to do the WAP right now?
I'm actually super busy, dude. It's that time right here. So super busy.
Drinks. So, MrBeast is sending you snacks.
Weird. I know. Yeah.
Bullshit or not bullshit?
Like, is it him sending them? I don't think it's him. I think it's someone in the marketing office is like, oh, he's got a lot of followers. Send it.
Is that what he does?
I mean, that's what I would do if I owned a company and I wanted to like.
That's actually pretty smart.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, just send free snacks to influencers that have a huge following.
Exactly.
Hey, when are you big enough? That's what she's.
It's all about the motion of the ocean, baby.
MrBeast, how was that experience, man?
So it was super cool. It was a great experience for 2 years, getting to like see like the social media world, get like a full dive into it. Different day everything was different each day, but it still was like it wasn't a 9 to 5. It was like literally almost a 24/7. I was working, I think, 100-hour weeks.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But yeah, it was cool. I mean,
because you were there like almost the beginning, not 2 years.
Yeah, I joined at 4 million, right at 4 million.
Right at 4 million. Yeah.
I think he was celebrating. I think it was 4 million popcorn.
Yeah,
it was 4 million popcorn. I remember I had just started. They were filling up the U-Haul with the popcorn when I started.
I remember when you left, fans were like livid.
Yeah. Same.
What did you leave, or were you like let go, or how did that go? If you don't mind talking about.
I was officially I was let go.
Okay.
And I was told my piece didn't fit the puzzle.
Man, it's because you're too big. You're too Viking,
I guess.
Yeah.
I can make a comment, but I'm not.
I can see it. I'm trying to drag it out of you. You know we're not working.
You know where I would go with this comment, but I'm not.
All right. Well, you guys fill in the blanks. Drop it down in the comments. What do you think?
Oh boy. Anywho.
But that's cool though. But like you went off, did your own thing. You did some spooky story kind of stuff, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
How you're adding that. Are you still gonna do that kind of stuff, or?
Depends. So yeah, like backtrack real quick. It was cool that I was able to build my own following while I was with MrBeast. It was cool to see so many people did enjoy me as a person.
As a person, yeah, the channel. We're gonna follow you.
And then since then, it's still growing, which is cool. I've always been a fan of the paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
Big fan of like spooky stuff. I got Michael Myers tattooed on me. Like I'm a big
hell yeah.
horror guy. The ghost hunts are fun. However, with whatever's going on, I don't know what's going on my channel. I mean, it could just be I'm just ass at clickbaits and titles, but
yeah,
the views are there to like equate to doing more of them because they are expensive. Like they're anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 for a night.
Yeah,
and that doesn't include hotel.
Yeah,
travel. That's literally just for the location.
The location. Yeah,
I've spent. I think the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum was the most expensive place I paid for the night, and that was $2,000.
Wow.
And that did not include driving to West Virginia, the hotel for, I think it was 3 nights we had a hotel, or anything else. And it literally, just to be on location from like 10 to 5. So 7 hours was $2,000.
What? Did any of those scary stories that you went to, or scary stories, I'm sorry. Scary stories. Any of those places, scary places that you went to, any of them haunt you afterwards for a few weeks or anything like that?
I've never, if you believe in the paranormal, of course, I'm a full believer because I've had stuff happen. Nothing's ever followed me home.
Yeah.
And I can speak from just like my experience, like how I got into paranormal. Like the house my parents lived in when I was growing up was very haunted. And when I say haunted, I mean seeing people out the corner of your eyes, hearing people call your name that aren't there, hearing footsteps, feelings, all that kind of stuff. But when I would go to LSU and be on my apartment, I would never have any of those experiences.
Yeah.
And so that's how it's been with this. It's like, go places, have some crazy stuff happen, go home, nothing there.
Nothing. So nothing ever like just like stayed in your mind as
Stuff has freaked me out to where it's like it stayed in my head for a little bit because it was like freaky. So like, the battleship in North Carolina, we at like 5 o'clock in the morning. This is the first time we went. If you want to go check it out, first time we went, 5 o'clock in the morning. We're in the mess hall, and we hear a little girl laugh twice. And now the question is, why is there a little girl on a World War II battleship? And then one of my friends made the comment, possibly could be demonic spirit pretending to be a kid to get you to drop your guard. Which, if you're a paranormal believer, like that makes sense, but.
Yeah, or it could be, people done a lot of shady things in the war. There's a lot of stories that you hear about that have been hidden up. We don't know, of course, it's all speculation, but all those crazy stuff that you hear, happen up.
Some fucked up stuff. But yeah. But that's one of the things that's like stayed with me after, just because it stays in your head a little bit. You're like, was that? Could that? Because you don't know. That's the biggest thing.
So your channel is just more like, it's just whatever you feel like doing at this point, kind of just vlogging.
It's turned into, because for me personally, and this is for anyone who wants to do like social media content creation, I hate how algorithm driven it is.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, you have to make videos that fit the algorithm in order to get all the views. And for me, it's like, I enjoy this too much to transform my creativity into, and like put it into like a box. And be forced to make a style of content that I necessarily don't want to make every single day. And so that's why I even changed my bio on YouTube, where it's like my life through a lens, because it's like I'd much rather just make content that I want to make, like on the fly, like not really have a rhyme or reason to it, but do stuff I want to do. And make the algorithm friendly videos.
then your algorithm will speak to your audience for you because your audience is there for you.
Because then of course, I mean, the views have tanked because of it and all that, but at the same time, it's like I'm making videos based on me, and it's like people are going to either like it or they're not. And so, and I enjoy it. It makes me enjoy it a lot more.
I think it's happier. It's a happier way to live.
It is happier, except for when you put in the time and effort to make a video, then it doesn't get nearly the views you think it will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like, why even bother?
I've been there.
And I mean, especially with me, like, I'm a big advocate for mental health because I deal with like, depression, anxiety, all that kind of stuff, especially since I'm all by myself by a lot. It sucks, but
I was gonna ask, how do you handle like I struggle
therapy
really? Damn,
not even kidding.
So everyone keeps telling me that. I really have not done it yet.
You haven't done it yet?
Yeah.
It's so I talked for a long time about getting therapy, and this is back to like my previous engagement that ended. Talking about doing therapy, and then finally I started doing it with BetterHelp.
Yeah,
and that was really cool because it's nice being able to just like unload on someone that has no reason to agree with you or disagree with you. They're just there to listen.
Yeah,
and they're
no bias.
Yeah, they're not gonna like tell you a certain way, tell you something a certain way to make you feel better because they don't care.
Yeah,
and so it's cool to like talk to someone to either have your feelings, what's I'm looking for, like agreed with or disagreed with, and then
have like a little pushback, right?
Yeah,
like to get a conversation.
They also like will explain to you why they agree with it or why they don't agree with how you're thinking.
Yeah,
and then now it's like I have a therapist that also works in my parents' store that I talk to on the regular, and she's super dope. Yeah, a lot of my friends come from like relationship issues.
Yeah,
and she like all of her work is with like women's psychology and all that stuff. And so she's been helping me deal with that kind of stuff. Also helped me deal with like my thinking in regards to relationships and understanding like different perspectives. And it's been so helpful. Like if you're thinking about doing it, you need to do it. Just
I need to do it. Well, I just got off of, I had a really huge alcohol problem when I started the channel because it's like one of those things you feel like you got to be entertaining, you got to be at a certain level.
Right.
And then you're like, oh, now I need a drink to be entertaining. So I went down a huge rabbit hole of alcohol. I had to stop because I have no self-control. Other people can control it. I just can't.
Right.
So it's been a year finally just being clean from that. But
well, congrats, man.
It sucks, you know?
Yeah.
Like trying to do it, you're like, okay, just be you, man. You don't have to do all that extra stuff to get out
100%.
There, you know?
Reach out to a therapist and just a lot of people offer like the first one like free or whatever, and just the biggest problem with therapy though is you have to be ready to be truthful with and about yourself.
Exactly.
Like you can't, when you're talking to a therapist, you can't lie because then you're just wasting your money. Like, because like BetterHelp was like $350, $400 a month, but it's like, if you're lying to the therapist, you're wasting your money.
But you're not actually getting better.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're kind of screwing yourself, making yourself worse.
That's hard for some people to
it's
just like
my goal with my platform one day is to be like a men's mental health advocate.
Yeah.
Because I want to preach that men are allowed to feel more things than just anger.
Heck yeah.
Because society has that just push down. Oh, you're allowed to feel anger. And anytime other than that, you're just a bitch, pussy. And it's like, no, like,
yeah.
And that's why, like, if you look at my Twitter, I'm very open about how I feel.
Yeah.
If I'm happy, you're gonna know. If I'm sad, you're gonna know it. If I'm like in like a lovey feeling, you're gonna see it. If I'm like depressed, you're gonna see it. Like anxious, you're all gonna see it because it's like, again, I want people to realize like it's okay to feel feelings. This makes us human. Yeah. And one thing, like, there's a Paranormal song called "Last Hope." There's one line in it that like resonates with me so well. It's like, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the pain, or I'm just not scared of hurting anymore. And that's how I feel. It's like I'm not scared of hurting anymore. Like that's what makes us human. Like the pain.
Even for me hearing this, I'm like, oh, okay. That like makes sense. It makes me feel good. Like, all right, it's normal. You know, you got those moments where like you tear up during. I do reactions or talk about breakdowns of videos, but there's some songs that are so emotional it hits me like hard. You know,
my previous relationship, she got me to watch The Notebook for the first time. Yeah. Which is stupid because I know Nicholas Sparks personally. I've never seen the movie. I went to school with his son, Miles. So shout out to those guys. Yeah, I know him. Like, I've been to their house for the July 4th party every year.
Yeah.
Just saw The Notebook.
Yeah.
Crying with them. I do not care. My trigger is dads. Anytime there's a dad in a relationship,
same with me.
And I'm just like, damn, there goes.
Dude, same with me. Every time, even if it's a happy movie, but if it's a father-son relationship,
father-daughter,
father-daughter, it doesn't matter. Instant tears. And I know what the problem is, but of course I'm gonna be like, you know, kind of.
For me, it's like I have a great relationship with my dad, so it's not even that. I think it's just the idea of like me wanting to be a dad one day.
Okay.
And for some reason, that shit's dark. And I'm like,
oh shit, yeah.
Even the beginning of Up, even though that wasn't down, the beginning of Up.
Think about it, like that could be that also, like just being a dad yourself, you know? Yeah.
Because one day I want to be a dad. I want to have 3 kids. I want to have a boy, girl, boy.
Yeah.
And so it's like that. Yeah. But
Gotcha.
like, I was gonna say, like the beginning of Up, I was crying it up.
Yeah.
With the husband and wife all the way through at the very end when she dies.
Yeah.
Done. Spoiler. It came out like 10 years ago. If you haven't seen it, it's not a spoiler.
Yeah. It's okay. I spoil things that came out like a month ago.
But true.
They'll still give you crap no matter what. Hey, if we spoil Up for you, let us know. So we only have like a few more hours left of Aftershock. What are your plans for tonight? Fishing out?
I am celebrity bartending.
Celebrity bartending. Yeah, you told me that. So what are you gonna do as a celebrity bartender? Are you gonna do any flips? Do any?
I could try.
I mean,
if you've watched my drum videos, I'm not good at flipping sticks. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you should try to flip a cup. You know.
I'll flip the whole bottle.
Right, I'm gonna go up there just to get a drink for you. Just be like, all right, show me your best trick.
Woo! Can make this whole bottle disappear. It's gone.
So, anything else you want to let anybody know that that you have planned in the future? Anything going on that they should check out?
I'm in pre-production of a short film that is Michael Myers.
Hell yeah.
That's going to be cool. Don't have any dates on that. We're still working on like the details to raise money, but there will be a really cool fan experience driven crowd fund for that.
Awesome.
Meaning it's not where it's like, hey, give me $10 so I can make a film. It's like, hey, if you give me $50, you're going to get these cool things also. Then we're going to have like a tier where it's like, just throwing numbers out like 10 grand. You're going to get flown out, be on set for a couple of days, hang out with everybody.
Hell yeah.
Invited to the premiere, invited to the after party, the red carpet event. Like, there's going to be like different tiers that actually get people.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
There's going to be tiers that are going to get you like screen-worn masks, screen-worn clothes, like stuff like
that's
that.
cool. What made you come up with that idea?
Just been a big horror fan. I love Michael Myers, and the last 3 movies were just terrible.
Yeah.
Especially Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
It's just, it was so bad. And there's a really cool way to do it because between kills and ends, there's a 4-year gap.
Yeah.
And fuck spoilers. And it ends, they try to say that Michael was hiding in a sewer for 4 years. And I'm like, that's stupid. I use a different word when I normally say this, but it's stupid. And I'm like, let's go with something cooler. Let's go with something badass. Now, like, let's take it back. So we've got a really cool idea that takes Michael back to his roots. There's no supernatural bullshit to it. It's going to be heavily inspired by the movie The Strangers.
Okay.
So it's going to be very like psychological thriller because my favorite type of thriller is the kind that makes you think that shit can happen tonight.
Yeah.
Right? As soon as you start going paranormal, you lose people. And when it comes to horror, the second you lose an audience member, they're gone. They're checked out.
Yeah.
There's no getting them back because when they lose that immersion in a horror film, they're done because now they understand there's no watching a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas if you're able to keep them immersed the entirety, they're going to scare the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Without even really trying.
Yeah.
And so that's our goal. We've got a really cool story come up with. It's going to be bloody.
Hell yeah,
that kind of kills. What the ideas we're going with, they're going to be able to do throwbacks to the original John Carpenter, Rob Zombies. So it's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
Excited about that.
I'm excited for it, man. All right. Thanks for doing this with me, man. I really appreciate it. It's still wild. Like, this person is not real right here.
I'm not. I'm AI.
It's a real Jake the Viking deep fake right next to me.
Right here.
Right here.
The real deep fake.
The real deep fake. Catch the next deep fake on the next interview.
There you go.